Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Amy of AJC Magic TV. I welcome you in today. Um, Happy Wednesday. It's over the hump day. Hope everyone's having a fairly good day, good week. Today, I'm going to be doing um, a top 10 Orlando attractions besides Disney. I know everyone goes to Orlando for the Disney parks, but sometimes if you're down there for even a longer period of time, or maybe you really couldn't afford that week-long ticket, or you're having a hard time, need a couple breaks, and you want to check out other. Welcome in, Kenzie. Welcome in, Penguin Master. Um, Gives you some different ideas of different places that you can do besides going to Disney. And I mean, I understand. I a lot of times that's what I'm doing. Other times, when I'm there, I jump, staying offsite at a timeshare condo, and we do go check out some of the areas. Welcome in this Noah's Adventure, Kenzie Days, Penguin Master. I'm going to hold on and wait until others maybe drop in, and then we'll get started on the list. But it is a collaboration through the liveplace.com. Dean. Oh, okay. Yes, that's true. Welcome in, Karki. Dean of the Live Place was getting others to jump in and do like different top tens, whether it's something Disney related. I know I was just on T. Marie's place talking about 10 favorite food places or food snack items that you like and enjoy at Disney. Others have done movie quotes, and some people have done music, different movies. I know Russ is going to do Marvel moments and various things. So it's always fun to kind of come up with different items and everything. But I was sitting there thinking, what could I do? And I thought about, I have lived in the area. I know it's early 90s and a lot of things have changed and grown and been added, but I've also gone off Disney property and checked out some various other places in and around the area. And a lot of people do just go to Disney for the week, or they split their time between Universal and Disney, and they don't know of some other places, because sometimes it may not be feasible enough to be able to get that 7 day ticket, and you may only can afford 4 days, but you're looking for something else to kind of do, or maybe go see some nature or something in the area. So it is I think you should talk about the 5 worst foods you have ever eaten at Disney. That would be a hard list for me to come up with, because usually if I don't like the food, I don't really go to the restaurant itself. And I would say that, knock on wood, I really haven't had a bad meal for myself at Disney. So, I mean, I know there's times that you ordered something and it might not have been cooked the way you wanted it, or you just chose something that, it depends, because sometimes I've been on the meal plan where I go ahead and choose what I want to get to eat, and other times I would just, if I wasn't on the meal plan, I would just kind of pick and choose. And sometimes I'm cheap and I would just go and buy a kid's meal, because you get a little dessert and you get a fruit cup or something, and you get a little entree, and it just depended on what it was and where I was. And then you also got a beverage with it. And I know, like Angela was talking about, getting the little Dasani bottle of water. That's usually what I would get for the beverage, or I would just get the little Coke with it. But it was always nice because they would have grapes, and you can carry that with you and eat that later as a snack or whatever. So it just depended. And other times I would just go ahead and get what I want. So yeah, that would have been hard for me to kind of think the 5 worst foods you've ever eaten at Disney, since food is a little expensive. But I'm going to take care of some mail call that I got. Like to thank Jeff and Angela of This Our Dreams. They were able to pick up Festival of the Arts materials for me. I had asked them about getting pins, and I chose 2 of the pins, and I'll show them. But they also sent me the little booklet of like all the different things that you could check off at the food booths and all the different offerings. So hopefully one of these days I'll get down to the Festival of the Arts and get to experience it. It looks incredible. I see like the 3D drawings. I know I love the Disney art and looking at all the booths and different stuff. So it would take a little bit of planning, especially if I had planned on buying some type of piece of art or something. But it's also fun to go and try all the different foods, and a lot of times they have different art musicians and different things like that. Not just the artists of it, but they also would bring in various musicians and stuff at different times. I know they're doing it a little bit different this year, but it looks like they're offering a lot of good entertainment along with the food booths and the art booths and stuff like that. So hopefully I'll get down there one of these days. And then they did send the Epcot map with it, so that's pretty cool. And then I asked them about picking up the pins. I picked up 2 of them. I liked all 4 of them, but hello, James Ryan. Welcome in, Dean, the Turkey Legster, Penguin Master. If I didn't get you, Garrett, a Monarch Moments, this Noah's Adventure. But the first one is Mickey and Donald with Figment, limited edition pin, the Festival of the Arts. I know some people really don't like Figment. That is one of the things. I was at Epcot when it first opened. When it actually was the first summer that Epcot opened, and to go on that Imagination ride, especially if you got the ride, the original version, it just really blew my mind of like, wow, this place is incredible. That's a lot of those attractions sold me on Disney and why I love it so much. I know it's changed and gone through different inceptions. It's still not that great, but they did add the song back in and at least put Figment back in there and everything. I know he can kind of look a little creepy the way they draw him sometimes, but I do have my very first plush that was a Figment. I had to have one, so that's okay. Oh, no problem, Dean. I meant to email you about it, and then I was like, wait, it's already Wednesday. I lost track of time too. So no problem, Dean. I'm gonna do the top 10 Orlando area attractions besides Disney that you can visit in Orlando and everything, and we'll get started. I was just showing the pins. And then the other one is the Dream Finder, and of course Figment was the other one. They do have 2 other pins. One was Mickey Mouse, and then another one was Figment doing art and everything. But I really like these 2 because this reminds me of the original ride of Imagination, and then it has Mickey, Donald, and Figment. So those were great pins. Thank you, Angela and Jeff, for picking those up for me. It's pretty cool. Thank you. But we'll get started. I was trying to think of something, and like I said, Dean, I welcome in John Surfbum and James Ryan. Try to think of something other than, okay, top 10 attractions. Of course, you know, Disney is probably the number 1 attraction on why you go to Orlando, where most people go to Orlando. And number 2, of course, is Universal and Islands of Adventure, because you could stay at either place. And sometimes you do both at the same time, and sometimes you just do one or the other. But I'll put those aside for now. And we'll talk about other places that you can visit while you're in the Orlando area, because sometimes some of you are lucky enough to be down there for 10 days or 14 days, maybe even longer while you're there. Or, you know, maybe you're staying in Tampa and you're looking for something else to do. Or, you're staying in Orlando, you have 1 or 2 days at Disney, but you're looking for something else to do, or you want to check out the area to go around that. So I'll start it off. Or maybe, you know, with the park hours being shortened and, you know, you don't have that park hopper and you went to Animal Kingdom that day and you're looking for something to do in the evening, or taking it around. And I know right now some people are kind of a little leery of leaving that Disney bubble area because you don't know what how some places, and I have seen on different people's live streams where they've gone to some of these places right now, and it's not as organized as what Disney is. And so, but it would be something maybe in the future that you would check out if once things get settled and we start getting back into a semi, whatever you want to call it, normal lives again type of thing. But one of the places is Fun Spots. If you ever wanted to, you're looking for go-karts, sometimes they have those, they have, those types of things where they shoot you up in the air called like the swing shot. And they have a giant Ferris wheel. There's different rides there. We've gone there for the go-karts. That's the only time we've ever done that. A lot of times when I'm going to these places, I'm staying off site. Or we have an off day and we're just kind of looking for something else to do than just staying at the parks and everything like that. But Fun Spot, it's something to look into. I haven't really been there in a while. I have seen a couple streamers go there during the pandemic time. That's something that you would have to really have to decide for yourself if you want to go there, because from what I've seen and from what those streamers said, they're not as diligent as what Disney or Universal maybe or whatever, and keeping that social distance and stuff like that. But it's something to look into later on down the road. But they do have two areas where Fun Spot is. One is in the International Drive area, and one is in Kissimmee on 192. Number 9, I'll go on to the number 9. The new slingshot and drop tower looks scary, but fun at the Icon Park. Yes, the Icon Park is on my list, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. I chose number 9. I just put in mini golf courses. I know Disney has 4 different mini golf courses. They have the Fantasia Gardens, which is by the Swan and Dolphin if you wanted to stay on property. There's Winter Summerland at the Blizzard Beach. I'm not sure if that one's open. It seems like only the Fantasia Gardens might be open at this time. I'm not totally sure, but when I see streamers, they are always at the Fantasia Gardens, so I'm not sure if the one at Blizzard Beach is open. It may end up getting open later, but or it may be even open, but I haven't seen anybody really go there recently. But they're kind of nice, and if you are just staying on property and you don't have other transportation, those they really work out well for you. But out in Orlando, they have various other ones. We've done the Pirate Adventures. I believe Fun Spot has one. We've done one. There's also one at Universal Studios that's Hollywood themed, and there's like a haunted house type of little golf area type of thing. And I also put this into it too, is the Top Golf. If you're looking for a fun evening, I know it's hard for little kids and stuff like that, but if you're a group with teenagers or something, Top Golf is always a fun option. We have one in my area, but if I was down there with a bunch of friends and we were looking for something different to go have fun with, I would go to the Top Golf while I was down there. So Top Golf's fun. You rent it by the hour. I believe that's the way the one in the Orlando area is run. You all chip in for whatever how much it costs for the base for the hour, and and then you can buy food and drink and stuff. So you could all chip in for maybe 2 or 3 hours or something type of that. So like I said, there's tons of mini golf places in and around the area. Along 192, I know on International Drive, there's a couple golf places. There was a Pirate Adventures place that was close to downtown. Disney Springs area, back behind where Palm Parkway and the Goodings area. I don't know what's going to be happening with that area, where they always had restaurants right outside of that, stuff like that. I know the son of the CEO of Topgolf. Yes, I actually kind of know who he is, just because I met him in other streams before, and actually, when I had donated some money to get towards something at the Topgolf at my place. His dad had sent out like an email type of thing. So, yes. But it's fun there. I know for my family, number 8, we a lot of times when I'm staying with my sister and her family, we stay at timeshares offsite, because they have the timeshare in their condos, and you do get a little bit more space. And a lot of times, like on our day that we come into Orlando, by the time we get there and get settled in, we're kind of looking for something to do. And then a lot of times on our travel day home, depending on what time our flight is and stuff, we take our time checking out of the resort, which is usually by 11 a.m. But then we kind of have that little bit of a stretch, and it's really not enough time to want to head to a park unless we actually got up early and did that. But a lot of times we just kind of take our time and everything. And I know one time we were able to find, and that's one of the things when you stay off property at some of the resorts and stuff. If you look in their lobbies, they have books of Orlando attractions and stuff. And inside there is various coupons for different attractions. And one of the places we were driving along International Drive, kind of looking at some of the gift shops and just the different attractions, because there's a lot of different places along there. And there we had a Ripley's Believe It or Not coupon. And Ripley's is like a series of museums that they own. And this one was the Ripley's Believe It or Not Oddities Auditorium. And so we took the coupon out of our attraction booklet that we found at our resort and went inside to check it out. It took us about an hour or so, just kind of looking around. They have a gift shop, and there's different things throughout there and looking through. And it was kind of fun. International Drive has all different types of things, and I'll be going over some of those different places later on as we go on. But the Ripley's Believe It or Not is, to me, felt worth it. I've been to like the Ripley's Aquarium at other places, and they had other museums. I know up in Niagara Falls, Canada, I've been to a couple of the Ripley's up there and stuff. But this was interesting. My nephews and niece have never been to one. It was something that we were able to spend about an hour or so and look through the gift shop, and then there was like gift shops all around the place. So sorry about that. Hello, Rhonda. Thank you for joining. So we were able to just go ahead and look around. So like I said, if you're staying off property, or even like, I don't know if like through the Orlando airport, if they have any type of attraction booklets, look through there and see if there's any coupons for other attractions. And some of the attractions that I've talked about, even like Fun Spot, I've seen stuff where they had coupons for their place and things like that. Oh wow, that's interesting. My number 7, actually, I forgot to write that in there, but sorry. I would say number 7, if you wanted to really kind of look around. I don't know how big they are with having a lot of different tourists look around, but driving over to Celebration, the town of Celebration, they have kind of a nice walking trail around their lake. There's some nice restaurants there. I know during certain times of the year, they have like a marketplace, like an outdoor farmers market. Also, at Christmas time, they do Christmas celebration. I believe it's like in the evening where they do the Snope and various things too. Excuse me. That's what I get for talking too many times on the different streams. But the Tyler celebration, I had cousins who lived close to there with their apartment and everything, and we would go. They used to go to church in the Tyler celebration, and we would eat there and hang out around the lake. And they have some nice trails. I know Josh from Resort TV one Sunday morning, he went live from there with his mom and dad and his family, and they were walking along the different trails and stuff. And you can actually see the little alligators that live in the lake and different stuff. Welcome in, Frankie. Thank you for joining. Welcome in, Karki, Rhonda, and welcome in anybody that I miss. I do thank you for joining in. It's much appreciated. I'm talking about the top 10 attractions that aren't necessarily Disney World, but you go to Orlando and maybe you can only afford a 3-day ticket, or you're there for other things besides going to Disney. Maybe you have relatives that live in the area and you're staying at their house, and you just want something to do, but you can't really go to Disney and everything. So these are just different things that you can do besides going to Disney. I'm not knocking it, because I know the reason why I go down to Orlando is for Disney and Universal and everything like that. So, and I'll talk about those later as an add-on of my top 3 types of thing. Number 6, I've seen various videos and different things of Bach Tower Gardens. If you haven't heard of him before, the Orlando guy does some very good historical videos on various places in and around that area. I know he did one on the Bach Tower Gardens, and they have a Carillon Tower, and I believe there's a Carillon Bell type of service at different times, but it's more nature, especially if you want to get out and walk around, but you don't want to venture too far from the Orlando Disney area. It's pretty close by and things like that. Yes, Orlando does offer a lot of stuff. You're getting too far ahead of me, Garrett and Frankie, on the Gatorland. I'm going through my list. But yes, Gatorland is one of them. There's Marineland too. She may be mentioning that one though. Yeah, there's Wiki Watching. There's all different places. I was just trying to go through different things. I know for my 2 nephews, one of the things that they've been wanting to do, because they do go down to Disney and different things a lot, they wanted to go check out some other things, and they've always talked about wanting to go on an airboat ride. So my number 5, there's a lot of different places that you could go on the airboats and get out on the swamps and the nature. I know one of the areas is Boggy Creek. I know this year, it's unfortunate they tried to do a Christmas weekend, I guess a Christmas type of thing this year called the Jolly Holidays. And unfortunately, I don't know if they didn't get as much promotion as they hoped to, or because of Give Kids the World doing their million lights thing that over like shadowed it or whatever. I did see some streamers early on go to the Jolly Holidays where they actually hired the old Grand Floridian Orchestra and stuff like that. But Boggy Creek airboat rides is one of the places you can go for airboat rides. I had friends recommend a couple other places to me, but if you look it up or look through those attraction areas or even online, there's tons of airboat ride places that you can go, and it's not too far out of the Orlando area, maybe an hour at the most. That way you don't have to drive all the way down to the Everglades or somewhere else. And there are a lot of nature spots and stuff in and that are close by, different parks and stuff like that. So but the airboat rides, that's pretty nice. If you've never done that before, sometimes it's a hit or miss. Sometimes you'll get to see gators out there. Sometimes they might have just swam by or something. So it just depends on what's going on. Okay, Karki, thank you for joining, Carol. Thank you. Have a great evening. Now, the one that everybody I've seen mentioned in there, my number 4 is the Icon Park. That's where the Orlando Eye, and now it's called the Icon Wheel. But that's where the Icon Wheel, Madame Tussauds, and I believe there's an aquarium there. And then they've kind of added some other things like that Star Flyer, and there's restaurants and different things. I know various people have shown that on their vlogs or streams and stuff like that. I personally haven't gone to that yet because that is fairly new, and since that has gone up, I've been to Orlando 3 times since that's gone up, but we really hadn't had time to go there because 2 of the trips that I was there were quick trips for Galaxy's Edge type of things, and just didn't have the time to get over there. But it is something that I plan on going to. And and there's Madame Tussauds museum. That looks pretty incredible there. And I know they have like a combination ticket that you can buy. And also check with the Orlando convention and bureau thing, because sometimes they have a card where you can get different prices for different places that visit, and then you get entrance to a lot of different attractions. So, and it looks pretty cool there from what I've seen. So unfortunately for me, that's all fairly new, and I really haven't had time to really spend a lot of time when I was down there in Orlando to catch those things. But that is something that I plan on checking it out. So that way, it's good. Welcome in, This Our Dreams, Jeff and Angela. Thank you for joining. So the Icon Park, the Orlando Eye Wheel, it's the Icon Wheel now, and so it looks really fun to do. And like I said, check out the they have like something called the Orlando card, or check with the Orlando convention and bureau thing, because I've seen different specials. Now I don't know, with all the pandemic stuff, things could have changed with different pricings and tickets and stuff like that, but I'm sure there's got to be something out there. And I think sometimes and I haven't really heard of the company lately, but I can't even think of what the name of the one company is where people have gotten different specials through them and everything, but I haven't even seen them advertised lately. So Icon Park. A couple of the other places that I'm naming, if you ever get a chance, I know it's a little bit further down the road. It's about an hour and a half drive. You do take a toll road down there. If you can go to the Kennedy Space Center and also Cocoa Beach, if you're looking for a beach day, or you can go to the Kennedy Space Center and then go hang out at the beach at Cocoa Beach, and then drive back to the Orlando area after a day. You can check out the main Ron Jon surf shop. I know they have a surf shop now at Disney Springs, but if you want to see the original Ron Jon surf shop and check out the Space Center, it's really incredible down in down there along the Space Coast. So I do recommend trying and checking out the Kennedy Space Center. And also sometimes you may get lucky when you're down there. I know a few times this summer and even this fall, they've shot off rockets from around there, and I've seen different people catch them on their streams while they're out streaming in the parks. But sometimes you might even be able to get closer down there if you knew that it was going to happen and go, hey, let's go down to Cocoa Beach for the day and see if we can catch the rocket or something like that. So it's pretty worth it. I know when I had gone to the Kennedy Space Center, they were still doing the space shuttle. It was really incredible. We were there one time when they actually had the space shuttle out on the launching pad. The bus kind of got a little close, but we couldn't get too close, but you could see it there. And they talk about it. It's pretty incredible. I love all things the space. I love eating the space ice cream and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool there. So if you ever get a chance, that's something to check into. Like I said, check around there. There's discounts and different things. Who knows with the pandemic type of thing, what different places will offer. But I'm sure to get people back in there, if they're open and ready to go, there could be different specials out there. But the Kennedy Space Center. My number 2, and unfortunately, it's more geared, I think, to people who are families with maybe younger or smaller children. But Legoland, I'm not saying that you can't go there, because they do have various nice displays of Legos, and it looks like you can buy a ton of Legos sets there and stuff like that. Plus, they also they took the property of where Cypress Gardens used to be, where they used to have the different water shows and stuff like that. But they have nature trails still there too, so you can look around Legoland and check out all the different displays that they have. There are some rides that adults can go on. I've seen them on different streams, but I always wanted to go check it out myself and just kind of wander around and everything. And I had a cousin who just went with some friends that had passes, and then they were able to bring a guest, and she showed the nature trails that they were on of the old Cypress Garden area and stuff like that. So, but Legoland is looks pretty fun. But I would say that most of the attractions there are geared towards smaller kids. When it actually opened, probably my youngest nephew was like the only one that probably would be able to fit on most of the rides. Everybody else was a little bit too tall, or they probably could have taken them on a ride or something, depending on their rules. They do have some cute hotels that are Lego themed or built type of with the Lego bricks and different things like that. I see a lot of vloggers get invited to go there and check it out and different things, but a lot of the rides and stuff seem to be geared towards a younger family and stuff like that. But that was my number 2. My number 1 place is Gatorland. I know a lot of people talk about, hey, why don't you go to Gatorland? It's our dreams and different stuff. It is in a different part of Orlando. It's up on Route 441. I don't know, the road that I used to know it as is Orange Blossom Trail, but I lived on the part that was Orange Blossom Trail, or in and around that area. But when you go down towards Kissimmee, it kind of turns into various different road numbers and everything like that. And it's off of that. It's on that particular road. If you took 192 up to 441 and go along there, Gatorland is up along there. It's an old-fashioned type of roadside attraction type of thing, but it looks incredible. It's been a long time since I've been there. And have seen various streamers go there. I know Tanya has gone there a couple times with her family, and I've seen pictures, and they go live. Sometimes you do have shaky streams, so I will say that. If you're out, not underneath their pavilions, because they have like aluminum housing for the different animals that they have there and stuff. But if you're out by the gator ponds and stuff, you don't have a problem streaming. So it might be something to go and vlog and stuff like that. And they have like a big gator out front that you walk through to go into their gift shop. But they have some cute shows and various things. If you're real daring, they have a big zip line that goes across the alligator pond. I've seen other vlogs. I don't know. Those people are kind of brave. Like Adam and Jackie and them were in an area where they took them in and they had to feed the alligators and they were standing in a circle. I couldn't do that. I would be too freaked out for that. But and I've seen other people do that. They do have an area where you can throw the chunks of chicken to the alligators and stuff like that. But they do usually have the gator handlers around you at that time. So yeah, if you ever get a chance, go check out Gatorland. It's fairly reasonably priced. I haven't really checked out the prices lately, but a lot of times they have various offers. I think like Tanya and them have annual passes there that they got fairly at a good rate. So check that out, especially if you're a Florida resident. I'm sure down there everywhere has some type of Florida resident type of thing. So check that out. And it's kind of something different if you wanted to get to nature, but you don't really want to go into the swamps and stuff like that, and you want to kind of be in a controlled environment. That would probably be a great place to go and see and everything like that. Yes, Daniel. And that's what Frankie was saying too. I mean, there's a lot more different things. I mean, I haven't even touched, I know, the top 3 places that most people visit is Disney, Universal, and SeaWorld. SeaWorld itself has Discovery Cove. If you can get a good rate to go there, it's a great day to go spend there. You can upgrade and swim with the dolphins or do their dolphin experience, but they have different pools where you swim through caves and also I think like a lazy river at the Discovery Cove. Also SeaWorld owns Aquatica water park. Of course, Universal has Islands of Adventures and Volcano Bay. Volcano Bay looks really cool. I definitely want to try that. I had a chance to try that last summer in 2019 when I was down there in June, but we opted to go over to Hollywood Studios instead rather than do the water park at that time. But after seeing other people there live streaming it and seeing their videos, I was like, oh, we should have tried there. So maybe that's going to be something on my list is the Volcano Bay. There's also, like I see other people saying, if you want to go to a lot of different little towns, Winter Park. Yeah, Winter Park. I always get Winter Garden and Winter Park, but Winter Park has some nice mom and pop shops and restaurants and stuff. Also, can't think of it. Mount Dora. I know at Christmas time, the Orlando guy did a video on Mount Dora, and they do a nice Christmas little town, and they do decorations and various things like a light show and stuff like that. I thought, boy, if I ever get back down there around Christmas time, that's going to be something I want to go check out. I know, yes, Frankie, the Halloween Horror Nights at Universal or something, just like, the other Halloween stuff. There's also the Orlando Children's Museum or Science Center. They have there is a Central Florida Zoo and Gardens that you can visit. That's more like in the downtown, outside of downtown, Sanford area. There's Lake Eola. If you ever wander through downtown. When I lived down there, I would go downtown for different things because they used to have a lot of different activities and stuff. Plus, then go see the Orlando Magic or a concert or something at the center there. But at other times, yes, James, Mount Dora's historic village looks really neat, and a lot of different mom and pop restaurants and shops and stuff like that. Yes, Frankie. Universal did start breaking ground on on their third park or their third gate or fourth gate or whatever they want to call it, but they actually have stopped that for the time being with that. So just kind of like with Disney and everything, things are getting delayed until they get going with some normalcy, I guess, or opening up full time. Because I also know that they seem to be rotating resorts closing and stuff. Because right now, Sapphire Falls is not open, the resort there. Yes, Rhonda, St. Augustine is worth a drive up there. Usually, if I'm going to do St. Augustine and I drove to Florida, it would probably be something I do on the way home or on the way to Orlando. Also, if you want to drive over to Tampa, there's also various things over that way. Busch Gardens, and of course, there's the dolphin area that they have there that people go see the dolphin named Winter from the Dolphin Tale movie, I believe that is, or one of those movies there. And there's various beaches. If you're looking for a beach day and you want to take your kids to see the ocean because they have never seen that or whatever. So it's a very good welcome in, Candy Mom. Thank you for joining. So those are kind of like different mentionables. I know I go to SeaWorld every once in a while when I'm with my sister's family. Because like I said, when we stay off property, a lot of times we do other Orlando attractions and different things because we'll spend time at Universal. We'll go to SeaWorld. There's a lot more to do at SeaWorld than what maybe people think. And a lot of times during different times of the year, I know during the Christmas season, they had a food festival with their Christmas holiday and Christmas holiday show and everything like that. Welcome in, Randy and Kathy. Thank you for joining. So there, like I said, there's just a plethora of stuff. You can always Google different things or check out the Orlando convention and tourists association and everything like that. So I always have gone to Universal because when I lived there, Universal opened up and I've always gone. So a lot of times I try to plan a day or two to go over to Universal from my Disney resort. So and usually when I'm with my sister's family, we plan at least 2 days to go there. And I've also stayed there one time. I was a little disappointed in my stay because the parks closed earlier, but that was that time of year. If you really want a good jump on your day at Universal and you can afford their top 3 tier resorts, you get that all day. Front of the line pass, fast pass type of thing. It's well worth staying at one of their resorts, especially in the summertime. I went there one time. Now they're open a little bit later in the wintertime now. But the time that I was there, I stayed one night before my Disney trip started. And they closed the park like at 6 or 7 o'clock. And there really wasn't anything to do. And besides, there was City Walk and stuff, but it wasn't the same that like Disney had Pleasure Island at that time. So that's how long ago I actually stayed at their resort. But it just wasn't the same vibe and everything like that. And so I thought, boy, I wish I would have just stayed at Disney, did my Universal day, and then went back to Disney for my evening activities and stuff like that. That's pretty cool, Candy Mom. And you got your D23, your merchandise from D23 for joining. It's well worth it. But but those are my top. I'll go over the list again. My number 10 was Fun Spot. Number 9 was any of the mini golf courses or going to Top Golf. Number 8 was Ripley's Believe It or Not. Um, I had a number 7 and I forgot to write it in there. I can't really remember. Oh, I did the Town of Celebration. The Town of Celebration. Just to check that out. Or you can go house hunting if you're looking for a house while you're down there. Number 6 is the Bach Towers Gardens. Number 5 is airboat rides, any of the companies that are available down there. Check with different people to find out what companies that you do. I know I meant to look it up because I asked a friend. My nephew wanted to do that, and I saw one of my friends go to one of the places, and I asked her. They've gone a couple times with different companies, and they liked one of the companies a little bit better than the others. But I can't think of the company right now to let you know. But check out airboat riding if you want to try that. Number 4 is the Icon Park area where the Icon Wheel is, the Star Flyer, Madame Tussauds. There's a sea aquarium there. There's other various restaurants and stuff in that general area. That part of International Drive has various attractions. They used to have that Wonder Works that's like an upside down building and has different things inside there. I've never gone in there, but there's that attraction. I think Mike Wheeler was talking about something new that just opened up. So there's a lot of different things along. There used to be a lot of different things along International Drive. The Ripley's Believe It or Not, I said that. Number 3 is the Kennedy Space Center. And number 2 is Legoland. And number 1 was Gatorland. And those were my top 10 that I could think of off the top of my head. I mean, there's a lot of different things. If you're into shopping, there are 2 different outlet areas. I know there's the one that's right outside of the Disney Springs area on Vineland Avenue, the Premier Outlets. There's also a Disney Character Warehouse outlet there. So you can always go check out that. But there's all different types of shopping areas. There's also another outlet place on the far end of International Drive towards the Universal type of area. There's also a Disney Character Warehouse there. They do get different things at different times. Now, the places, sometimes they have the same things. So it doesn't hurt if you have a car. It's probably worth checking out both of them. Because I know when I've seen videos of different people, they'll show both of them. So sometimes they have things and sometimes they don't. There's also the Mall of the Millennia that you can visit. There's also the Florida Mall. There's a Crayola museum and store hands-on place, the Crayola factory. So welcome in, Russ. Thank you for joining. Mike Wheeler doesn't know anything. Yeah, you can always go visit the great Mike Wheeler or the great Jeff of This Our Dreams. But yeah, there's all kinds of shopping if you're looking for. I remember as a kid, our first trips, and this is when it was just Magic Kingdom and Epcot, and they would just have. We stayed on International Drive because we were there for a convention, and they would open up some of the areas for a lot of the different groups to come in because they would do the outlet shopping, and they would just buy tons of stuff and they would help them get it shipped back to wherever they were from and stuff like that. Yeah, who is Mike Wheeler? He's probably out having some, I know he was having internet trouble and different things, and I know it's dinner time also for various people. So you can visit Russ also. I only charge a small admission. Yes, there's Russ down there. There's all kinds of people. Russ, Mike, Jeff and Angela. The Myers will be down there. Donna and Arjons, all kinds of people that you could say hello to. And you never know. You might catch James Ryan wandering around the parks when he's down there visiting. And like I said, there's always Disney. There's Disney Springs. There's the mini golf courses on the Disney parks on that property. I did hear that the water parks are going to try to open sometime April, like that springish time. So we'll see what happens there. So there's Typhoon Lagoon. There's Blizzard Beach if you want to do Disney. There's also that Margaritaville. They have a water park there. You probably just have to watch and see what you're most comfortable as far as socially distance and different things, because I know things are different now. There's Volcano Bay. There's Aquatica. So there's a lot of different areas you can go. There's a lot of walking trails, like I said, at Celebration. Some of these other nature parks, there's different places you can walk on trails if you want to be out in the nature. Just have to watch the wildlife there. I know I saw Dean, the turkey lakeser, he was out by this pond on a trail and stuff, and he was getting kind of close to these bushes and stuff. And I said, boy, you're kind of brave, because I'd be freaking myself out thinking, hey, something's just going to come out and grab me there. No problem. Thank you, Jeff. Have a great evening. But that was about it. I like James has put out in the chat. I know the Disney Nerd Herders, This Our Dreams is going to be on the Disney Nerd Herders. And also I know D&G Explorers is on later today. Also One Stop Mouse. Of course, Monarch Moments and the This and That guys at 9 p.m. And then the other thing that I had shown was I got mail call from Jeff and Angela. They were able to pick these up for me. These are the ones I chose. I could have gotten all four or had them give me all four, but these are the ones I like the most. Trying to limit my pin spending money and everything like that. So hello, the Kentucky Dip Man with Lane and Francisco. Thank you for joining. Walking, can I get an Uber to the walking trails? You probably could, Russ. But just wanted to let them know I got their mail. And then they sent the Festival of the Arts book and map of Epcot with the Festival of the Arts. So hopefully one of these days I'll be able to catch this festival. It probably won't be this year, but I'm hoping to get down there definitely for the Flower and Garden Festival, since it's going on for a good while this year. So once things kind of get moving and going, so, and then hopefully in the Christmas season I'll get to go down there. And I am planning on possibly being there for the 50th anniversary. Just kind of thinking about that. I have it reserved and everything, so if I need to cancel, I'll cancel whenever I get within that window. But they but that that'll be something I'm thinking about. Just have to see how the atmosphere and what's going to all happen and everything like that. So I'm sure either way it'll still be fun, especially trying to get the day only merch. I think that's probably one of the reasons why I like to try to be there for the 50th anniversary, to be there on the day that they release the merchandise, because I like the and make a trip. Dozens of people want to see you. Yes, I know, James. I will be. I'm hoping that with the spring coming and possibly with the pandemic and different things kind of hopefully settling down here and different things being released as far as not getting into political things with vaccines or anything like that, but just looking around there. So yes, believe me, James, I will probably go Disney crazy, that people will be like, you're going there again type of thing. But I missed the whole year, and not that I haven't missed Disney before for a few years because of different things going on. And hopefully one of these years that Disneyland ever gets up and running. I'll get to go out to Disneyland because I know that's on my bucket list. I really want to hit the California Adventure and everything like that. so so that was pretty much it of the thing. I hope, I know a lot of you do go to Disney and why you go to Orlando and stuff, but sometimes, maybe you're moving there and you don't want to go to Disney all the time or Universal and you're looking for some other things to do. It's just like me living here in Pittsburgh, there's times I'll go to the museums and other times it takes me a while to get back to the museums or the zoo or whatever. Although I'd rather live in Orlando and have Disney in my backyard or Universal because they're a lot way better. But hey, we can always check it out, especially, if you're there, maybe you're just going down for a wedding and you don't have time to do Disney, but you could do an hour, maybe 2 hours at Gatorland or go see the Icon Park and ride the wheel and stuff. So it looks pretty interesting. Interesting fact, Cave City, Kentucky had the chance to have Disneyland. I really want to move close to Disney. Yes, it's making me want to move down there, especially now that I see everybody else moving down there. My only problem is I couldn't go there unless I could find a job. And right now, that market just isn't there for where I would want to work and everything like that. There's a 2-bedroom apartment next to mine, Amy. So that's my only problem. Yeah, the Busch Gardens that's by you, Candy Mom, that's a pretty fun park. I really enjoy that there. It's been a while since I've been there. Believe me, Russ, if I could find a job down there and stuff, I may consider it. That was my original plan in 2017. But I do have different relatives too that live in the area and stuff too. That not that I would move in with them, but I would be able to. I'm there, Russ. Right. I don't think so, Garrett. You'd have to bring everybody. Yeah, Frankie, you pretty much have to look for what areas that you want to work in. Unfortunately for me, I'm not like in the medical field that would be able to get myself into the medical field. I could look into the same brand of company that I work for, but it would all depend on what they paid and different things like that. Yes, Russ, I will be giving you some good vibes, sending you some good vibes. Hopefully it works out for you and pray for you there. Welcome in, Danny. Thank you for joining. Are you going live this evening, Danny, for any type of trivia at 10 p.m.? Just want to promote that. That's all. Michelle may help them out the door depending on the day. Hey, I know a lot of California people that are abandoning California right now just because they lost their jobs and they had to go somewhere else. So sneak into the Cinderella Castle suite and stay there. Yeah. My big thing would be I would want to work for Disney at some point. And right now it's probably going to take them a while to even hire new people off the street versus trying to, even though some of those people that may have lost their jobs have moved on or whatever, but it'll still probably take them a while to get back to hiring normal people off the street and even having openings like that again. So we'll see. But and I'm not in the technical area of like computer tech and stuff. So yeah, you can pretty much work at different things in that. So well, that's good to hear, Kentucky Dip Man with Lane. Thank you for joining. Well, I'm going to get ready to sign off. I do appreciate that everyone has come in. If you haven't already done so, please consider hitting that thumbs up button. It does help the channel out. They're actually hiring, just not sure about in the parks. I get alerts from Indeed all the time. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that there. Yeah, I don't want Jenna kicking me out of the castle. I would love to live in the Haunted Mansion, though. That would be fun. Disney is hiring remote if you live in Texas. Yeah, I don't think I really want to move to Texas at this point. If I'm going to, nice to see you too, Randy and Kathy. Have a great night. Yeah, I would have to, Frankie, if I'm going to move, it'll be to Orlando or stay where I'm at. But like I said, This Our Dreams is going to be on the Disney Nerders, which has started about now. So go check them out. Also, I know One Stop Mouse has a show usually at 7 p.m. Also at 8 p.m. D&G Explorers, 9 p.m. Monarch Moments, and the This and That guys. And then also 10 p.m. Griswold Family Vacay usually does late night trivia. So have a great evening. I do appreciate everyone coming in, and I will see you all in the chats. And let the adventures begin, everyone. Have a great night, and I will see you soon. Bye. And thank you for dropping in.